Have you got anything witty you want to say beforehand?
No.
Hi there, guys. My name's EarthToLydia.
And I'm Hodderman SHO, the man.
Today, we've decided that the topic is going to be on behind the scenes. That's going to sound very ambiguous to a lot of people, but like the stuff that goes on behind what you tend to see, what the public puts out. And we wanted to start off talking about the off-topic behind the scenes.
I recently discovered that me and Lydia's editing is so different. I class myself as guerrilla editing. Once the levels are set are fine, it's fine for me. Lydia is more like Stanley Kubrick, where she could film or if she had to edit the same piece of footage for 5 days straight, even if it's only 5 minutes long. The last episode of Off Topic, you put what? How many hours in, and how much have you done of that episode?
I have put in about 7 hours on and off, and I'm currently 3 minutes 24 seconds into it.
Do you know that'd be a deadly thing if you do one of the off topics for the video of it, is you record yourself out in it.
I would have to put that up to about 20 times speed for it to be put down and rendered into a normal YouTube video. That would take me a long time.
That would be deadly fun to see, of you just doing all the little things and we're talking a random talking.
I'm not sure I've got enough hard drive space for that, to be honest.
We started our roles that Lydia does all the work and I come up with ideas. Now my ideas could be not feasible.
Originally, we kind of agreed on that we'd both take the files that we had and edit them differently for our channels.
I've had the idea that we should have one of these episodes be linked, unlisted, a video online of the original version of it, so you can see the difference. And Lydia is always about that one.
I'm too much of a perfectionist, okay? I don't want to put anything up there that could incriminate me.
Yeah, like, I am one to saying weird stuff and very offensive jokes.
I'll agree to that.
Like in the first episode,
cut many of them out.
Like in the first episode, I made a joke about Stephen Hawkins and she cut it out. So mainly, I just come up with ideas. That's all I do. Mm-hmm. They could be feasible. They could be weird and unusual, but I come up with ideas. But we've been doing Off Topic for nearly 2 years.
No, you keep on saying nearly 2 years. We met 1.5 years ago.
No, well, but like series 2 was supposed to just be a few, like 12 episodes and a few specials, and that was it. I kind of want it to continue to the end of the year. That's my idea, to the end of the year, or to where we started.
See, Kev proposes these things, and then he doesn't realise that I spend the entire week editing one episode when I've got other videos to put up and stuff like that. It's a lot of work! It's a lot of work. I mean, that's when we first started recording season 2. I was like, oh yeah, I'm so happy to get back into Off Topic, and then I started editing and it was like, oh, this is why we didn't do it all year round.
Like, we can end it really this series at any point. Mm-hmm. We can give it 4 more episodes and like, well, that's it for the season, or we can keep on going. Really, I don't mind what we do. I know how Lydia cuts. She cuts when she goes now. Meaning, the last thing Kev said is weird, so I'm going to cut that out. Is that one of the things you use?
No.
Oh, it should be.
No, it's not. I literally just see gaps, because, it's got the levels and everything like that. I just look at gaps in the levels between, obviously, like, when I last say something and when you last say something, or any pauses in between the words or anything like that. I completely cut them out, and if there's anything that I think, oh, that could be taken really badly, then I'll trim that as well and try and find the thing that most sounds like it makes sense, depending on the last thing. Yeah.
I know I've said this a few times. There was one episode that you took like 3 separate conversations and put it into one sentence, just because of how confusing it must have sounded. You made it sound like a realistic conversation.
I'm doing that as well with this one. The one where we talk about Prince and veganism a lot.
And salaries. God, I fucking hate salaries.
Yeah, just a lot about celery. I still like celery. We actually have, I believe, something else that's pretty exciting coming up. Our old pal from season 1, Roy Johnson, is making a highlights episode for us. I sent him a message the other day saying I hope it's not too hard to find moments that are actually funny, and he just responded, lol.
Yeah, Lydia hurts me most days with saying you're not funny. It's very fucking hurtful. When mainly your whole thing on YouTube is trying to be funny. I make a classic inappropriate joke. And she goes,
Ugh.
you're not funny.
Or a cringe. That's another reaction.
She was telling me that you were sick, right? I was like, I'll give you an option. I'll say something nice or say something bad. And she was like, both. Because she'd always end it nice. Don't start nice and go,
you ended it with, so get better soon. It's not like you said, so I'm really sorry that you're going through this and I hope you have an okay weekend. No, I'm here to talk. You just went, feel better.
Well, I always use that. I always say feel better soon. Because you can't start out like, oh, you're a lovely person. You're also a prick. You should always go, you're a bit of a prick, but you're a lovely person. I'm looking forward to hearing the best of from Roy.
I think it's like a compilation sort of thing.
I bet you he's in it a lot.
It's just this whole episode and then like a snippet where I say you're not funny.
Yeah.
That is it. That's the highlight.
If he's really deadly, he'll find all the times I say like and put it in a big bit.
The amount of times that you preached on about, I hate it when people say like. Use another word. Don't say like. And then you went, like. I
hate when I do it. I hate when I write a song and I put the word like in. I was like, why am I using the word like in a song?
Like a virgin.
I'm sure that's a lot of my dead air is gone. And silence for a while.
Yeah, pretty much. It is. There's so much of it that I'm just like, how do I cut this? And then, like, I'll take you going, so that's how. And it'll be like, so that's how. Listen out for it. Listen out for it in different episodes. You'll see the cutting.
How long would it take you to do an average episode? Hours-wise.
Yeah, the average episode is about 35 minutes long, and then I'll be editing it for... I can't say like an exact hours amount because it's normally how much time I get per day, but it's usually about 3 days if I'm like hammering away and doing it non-stop. Otherwise it can take about 5 days. Yeah, the Azealia Bankston took me about 3 days, and that was just because like I was sick off work. I had the flu.
You've said like 6 times now.
Shut up, as if there's a like counter.
He was one of the first people. Like, I've only interviewed about 10 people. I'd love to interview a lot more.
That's not obvious at all. Hint, hint. Practically elbowing every viewer out there like, be on my interviews. Hey, you've seen Blackfish, right?
Yeah, I said, Lydia, I'd like to watch a documentary. Documentaries aren't usually half-fell to like warm. Sometimes they end kind of warm. Blackfish is kind of happy at the beginning, right? And then just fucks you in an eye socket for the next hour and a half.
Leads you into a false sense of security. You're like, happy whales, happy dolphins, and then all of a sudden, this orca killed 3 people, and it kind of goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Earthlings next, which I'm kind of terrified about, but yeah, that's the next one in my list of documentaries, like depressing documentaries that I'm gonna watch.
A Fistful of Quarters starts that kind of way. It starts really happy and like, this is Bill, he's the best Pac-Man.
I've not heard about that one before.
It's very good, but it starts, you're going like, this guy's awesome, this guy's like the man. And then you realise, instantly, he's the world's biggest prick.
Oh. Why?
I don't want to spoil it, but Fistful of Quarters, and there's a few documentaries.
What's it about? What's it?
The world record of Pac-Man.
That makes sense now. The title makes sense.
There's going to be a new movie soon. But there's other movies with the same group of people because they were all record holders of video games at one point. And there are very interesting documentaries, but it starts really high and go, my god, these are awesome. And then it goes right down to, oh god, you have a mail-ordered bride.
Oh, is it about the backstories and stuff?
Yeah, and people who are trying to beat the record and bullshit. Like, there's an episode, you know the episode of Simpsons where it's the Bono episode?
No.
He's a piece of shit.
I know that already, but no.
But there's an episode from The Simpsons, and they basically mocked the documentary with Bono going, I'm the world's #1, but you find out he's actually a turd. He's actually a piece of shit.
Oh.
Physical piece of shit that has lungs. It's a very interesting documentary. I like the way that you never let me pre-listen to the episodes before you put them out. I put all my faith in Lydia. And there's sometimes I think of a brilliant image or a joke we can use afterwards, but she never replied. Well, for about 8 months, she never really replied to messages. But in the last 3 months, she's been amazing at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it helps as well that I'm active on WhatsApp. And you had a different phone as well, and you were like, nah, I can't, like, iMessage or anything like that, so all I can do is message you through Facebook or whatever. And I don't use Facebook.
Every time I really take the piss out of her on Facebook for an image, I then buy her a game. Anytime I'm really mean to you, I go off and buy you a game.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you get me for my birthday this year? You got me a copy of Depth. He knows that I'm terrified of sharks, so he got me Depth. I saw, like, the pop-up and the shark face and just jumped in my seat. I was like, fuck you,
I got you 2 games for your birthday.
Yeah, you did. Like, one. Thankfully, the other one wasn't about spiders.
Because Lydia has about 1,000 games on her wish list, so I usually just go to a wish list and go, price, cheapest. 15 cents.
Lady Metal D got me Finding Nemo.
Oh, bless.
I know. So you got me one about sharks, and she got me one about cuddly fish.
I really can't remember the game, because I remember getting you that one because it was on sale, and I knew you hated sharks. But I actually remember getting you a game I think you wanted.
No, but I ended up buying you Depth, and was like, hey, let's play this on one of my streams.
Yeah.
For anybody who didn't know, I stream sometimes as twitch.tv/EarthToLydia. But
Hint.
that's just an elbow to the rib cage. I just broke a few ribs there. But no, I bought you Depth so that we could stream a little bit.
Oh, I felt such like cat woman.
Hated it. You hated it.
Oh, I really did. I really hated it. It's just a control. It's just like the bullets can kill a shark with like 3 shots. But when you're the shark, when you're in person, you can never kill the fucking shark.
I mean, we did play with people who actually, knew what they were doing.
I was so frustrated.
There was somebody in the comments that kept on saying, like, look, you need to do this, and you're leveling up all of the wrong things, and I was just like, armor.
God, she bought me so many things. Grand Theft Auto as well.
I bought you, Lady, and Roy, Move or Die. I want to stream that at some point.
I loved Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And I played some of the other ones, and I just kind of lost the feeling and emotion for Grand Theft Auto, and I just kind of look at it in a different light now. But I'm gonna give
GTA 5
a chance.
You know what, though? I find it very different, like, from the other Grand Theft Autos for the online factor, because there's so many. It's like crammed full of mini games, and it's not like mini missions where you have to go and like do a drive-by or like take out such and such. It's you've got your races, you've got the missions that you have to do in the buildings where you're masked and you're having to go around and find the other person and kill them. But I know that it's a hide and seek factor. But I like it. It's different. I know your problem was glamorizing crime. It's different.
God, everyone's gonna take that out of context now. I know that. Have we in the past had any funny comments from off topic, or just really odd ones? There was a conversation once about bacon. I remember. Metal liquefying it.
Yep. In fact, I was just about to. As soon as you said funny comments, I started typing Lady Metal D in my comment filter because I just know her comments are golden. Yeah, her comments are golden. One of my favourite comments from the last stream that we did was when Leafy was in the chat. I'm going to end up putting like a little highlights from my streams on YouTube or something like that, and that is going to be in it. Effectively, what happened was me and Kev were playing some Toontown Rewritten, and he at some point just went like that, and I said, all right, Leafy, and he goes, is Leafy in the chat? Leafy! And I did nothing but take the piss out of him for the next 5 minutes for going, Leafy!
Oh, she's such a bitch.
Reptilian army, yep.
I really thought he was here for some reason. Like, is Leafy here? And she's like, what? No.
Leafy! Like going up 10 octaves. Okay, we ran out of time for this episode. But it's been a lot of fun. Kev, it's your turn to do a sign-off.
Well, I've been Hodaman Show of man.
And I have been EarthToLydia.
Till next time, take care, goodbye, aloha.
See ya!